I'm Mary Ann, and I am Center Director for Bright Horizons currently. Really excited to be a part of this organization. I have always been interested in working with children and families since I was a young child, and actually took child development in high school. And then within my BA, I had an emphasis with early childhood and family support. So my education totally has been aligned with my work career. Yeah, and so Horizon. So I'm really passionate about working with children, and really feel like no matter what agency I work for, I can help make a different role. So that was a great experience. And then I opened a child care center and revamped a Head Start program for the Confederated Tribes of the Chehalis on an Indian reservation.
Wow, that's interesting.
And then I opened up another child care center for a nonprofit. You know the name, it's the YMCA. Everybody knows it, yeah.
Wow.
And was able to open up a center for them in Olympia. And then I worked 5 years as executive director of the Family Support Center in Olympia, and we didn't do direct child care services, but we had an umbrella and a network of different programs supporting low-income and homeless women, helping them with housing, education, support for their kids, parent education, you know, whatever they needed. So that was rewarding. And then I worked for Prospect Enrichment Preschool on Capitol Hill. It was a small nonprofit organization that supports low income and no income kids, and there were only 24 kids, but like 7 different languages. So it was just a mix of kids from around the world, and it was just a wonderful experience. That is a really good question. This is like an advertisement for Bright Horizons, because their one of their mottos is "Why not?" So instead of saying no or that can't be done, you know, they're willing to think about it and look at it. And so even in my short experience here, I've realized that there is a lot of opportunity for growth in this organization. And I have a huge passion for what I do as a center director, and the field director is kind of different because I'm not the mama of a nest now. I'm kind of just like the aunt. So I kind of have to get used to that and identify, do I really want to be that far away from the children and families, because I've always been really close. But I also just realized that they have national field director positions, so those people have an opportunity to actually fly on the business. As a child care institution overall, not specific to Bright Horizons, but in general, I think the biggest challenge is to creating enough budget to do quality care, because it's partially funded by the state if a child is low income or homeless, but there's no other type of sliding scale system unless like an organization buys into a child care agency like ours. We have Starbucks partnerships, with Wizards of the Coast partnership, so they help support our bottom line. But that's kind of unique. So I wish that as a society we would have a better system so that more kids could afford quality care, because it takes a lot of money to offer what we do here.
So
generally speaking, to work as a director, you have to have 45 credits in early childhood education. And now they've accompanied it with a BA. So, I mean, you could get a BA in arts, or you could get a BA in communication, or a BA, you know, but the emphasis has to be in early childhood. So that's kind of nice, because then some of your prerequisites can be your own liking. And more the education expectation is increasing. So it currently isn't the expectation of a teacher to have a BA, but I see that cycle moving, and so I would encourage young people to stay in school as long as they can, and, you know, continue their education that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for
thank-
speaking to me. It was a privilege to learn about you.
Oh,
And
thank
now
you.
I feel like maybe I should be a center director.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You keep going and get as advanced degree as you can afford, that you have energy to do. One of my mentors in my life, she looked at me when I was in my 20s and then my 30s and said, okay, are you going to be 40 with or without that degree? So I pushed on and continued and got it. And I'm so glad now because I can qualify for a position as director. If I wouldn't have, I'd still be in the classroom, which I love, but I like this even more. So good luck to you in your future.
Thank you very much. It
Okay.
was nice talking to you.